welcome once again to Living in the 21st Century. Joining me today is Vasil Shevchenko, former Transportation Minister of Ukraine. My brother, I got to call you my brother, man. We've been meeting here so closely, regularly. How things are going?
Thank you, my friend. Thank you for invitation. Thank you for having me.
It's always a pleasure.
Thank you for support for Ukraine. Thank you.
You're welcome. Now, I recognized recently that Denmark has stepped up and really delivered some nice F-16s. The Biden administration also planned to give a very reasonable amount of military support before he leaves at the end of his term. Everything's looking kind of positive right now for Ukraine. How is Zelensky looking at this new outlook?
I think that I'd like to comment it on behalf of myself.
Sure.
Because, first of all, I'd like to say thank you every American who have helped us during these years. And I'd like to say thank you every Europeans who were involved and supported us during this time, because we are alive because we are provided by our friends the weapon, and we are using it against enemies who decided to capture Ukraine. And because of it, weapon is most important things for us. And you know that Ukraine forces have managed to shut down more than 52 Russia's fighter jets, which were attacking Ukraine territory. And we had before the war more than 100 fighter jets, but exactly our pilots were fighting without any covering and without any support, and were storming Russia troops from fighter jet and were eliminating Russia troops which were attacking. And because of it, Ukraine have lost many fighter jets, different type. But first of all, it's storm fighter jets and fighter jets. Which are able to resist Russians type of fighter jets, but because of it, we are grateful for fighter jets which have been supplied from our partners from European Union, and were adopted United States officials, who are responsible for this fear, because it's United States produced fighter jets, and because of it, the necessary different type of permissions. And now, as far as I know, we have received 19 fighter jets, and to dominate in the sky, for example, we must have hundreds, and we hope we will have it as a result of Western support, because we know that our partners who decided to provide it to Ukraine, first of all, it's countries, North European countries, for countries who decided to make this decision despite of threats from Russia Federation. It confirms our unity and our willing to defeat Russia's troops, which have been storming Ukraine's territory 3.5 year. In couple months, we were more than 3.5 year. In couple months, we will have 3 years after second biggest army decided to storm Ukraine. And because of it, I think that it's important to understand it, and we really thankful United States for a leading role in providing Ukraine military ammunition and forces, but nevertheless this kind of war, full-scale war, demands more and more ammunition. And for example, there are different approaches for providing military ammunition. And last moment, when Ukraine's officials and Ukraine's president asked for funding Ukraine's military industry, because Ukraine have biggest military industry, and can produce different type of ammunition. And to start cooperation with the Western companies, and first of all with United States companies, Germany's companies, for servicing and producing different type of ammunition, because we are limited in resources, and because of allocating all these resources we have from our domestic taxes for military forces. And because of it, we have asked many times our partners to cover this producing, and we have positive news. And for example, Denmark have found artillery units and producing ammunition directly to Ukraine, to Ukraine's plans for producing ammunition for military forces.
Okay. Since North Korea had joined forces with Putin, did it make any significant changes in the trajectory of this war, or any impact negatively on how Ukraine is fighting?
Now we can see that Russians are going to send them, and we have many facts that they have started fighting, but we haven't seen them, because they decided to use Koreans against Ukraine's army at Russia's territory, when Ukraine's forces managed to offense and managed to prevent blow from Russia's side, and Russians are trying to use them there. And we heard information about 10,000 soldiers who are going to participate, but then Ukraine's military secret service informed that they are not that Koreans are not provided by Russians the food, and there was scandal that they were asking through communication lines for food for Koreans, and we know that they decided to send it in exchange of providing big millions volume barrel Russia soil for North Korea's industry, and they are supplying different type of missiles, charges, and they decided to send to Ukraine soldiers. And we have information about 10,000, and we have had rumors that they are going to send hundreds Koreans to storm Ukraine's troops. But nevertheless, thanks to our partners, we have received part of new type of equipment which would prevent this attack. But nevertheless, their attacks are becoming stronger and stronger, because they are sending waves of stormtroops storming Ukraine's fortifications around the clock.
Did you just mention that some nation is sending Ukraine 10,000 troops?
From the very beginning, there was information about killed Koreans who were serving Korean North Korean produced ballistic missiles. They were killed officers, and now they are using at the battle line at Russia's territory, which has turned into the battle line between Russia and Ukraine, and they are going to send there. But we had rumors that they will not have any documents about their nationality, and they will not have any. Confirming that they are Koreans, because nobody knows how to investigate it, and maybe if we have military prisoners, we will understand it after working after communication with them. But now there are no additional rumors, only information that they are ready to send more and more, and now they are being drilled how to act and how to storm troops. And there was information that after Ukraine's forces blow to military camp, there was killed soldiers which were at the military base, and that there were Koreans, and that there was big number of Koreans, and in those time we had an information that there were killed many soldiers, but we don't know who are they. But it was just after permission to use long range, according to the information, it's a combat range, short range missile, but it's more than 300 kilometers. Okay. And Storm Shadow missiles, and copied by European partners, the same kind of missiles Great Britain produced and French produced, with spare parts from among NATO countries, NATO bloc countries, and it could allow us to prevent blow, because they are keep using gliding bomb against Ukraine's military forces, and Ukraine's forces are suffering from it, and are looking for the instruments to prevent it.
Right. Well, one of the things I want to ask, because I know that Ukraine now has the capability of delivering long-range missiles into the boundaries of Russia. Is this disabling Russia capability at this point? If so, do you think this may have an impact in how Putin make decisions towards this war?
Yeah, but Russians decided to use against Ukraine so-called intercontinental missiles, which ranges between medium and long-range missiles, and they wanted to demonstrate that they are producing this type of missile just to demonstrate all over the world that they are able to use it. But they named it that it was missile only tested and without explosions and without nuclear warhead, and there were no damages. They decided to hit the plant, which started in the past producing this type of missiles, because there are no any new type of engines, and it was completed from different type of missiles, and they decided to change only. They decided to rename it, but after that we heard our military secret service official opinion, and he commented that these missiles had name from the past, and now it was used just to demonstrate their opportunity to blow. But they are not able to use nuclear weapon in this missile, because this kind of speed, there are, for example, more than 10,000 kilometers. It's 7,000, about 7,000 mile in an hour, and there is only plasma. This missiles is enable to correct blow or to run it, but because these missiles is impossible for correcting. And in this case, I'd say that it was a type of demonstration that they are able to use it, and just to start negotiations with President-elect Donald Trump, because as far as I know, Russians are waiting his call just to humiliate him and to demonstrate that they are able to do it.
Well, I'm glad you touched this point. Putin is waiting for the new administration to come in. Do you think it may be very well, when this new administration take power, that they may want Zelensky to give up the territory that Putin had so-called claim, and then Russia claimed as a victory? What do you think is Zelensky's look on that? Is he going to just give it up, or he's not going to give it up?
To be honest, today they are going to meet with President-elected Donald Trump and Ukraine's President Zelensky, who are visiting France, and they are at the ceremony reopening cathedral, Paris Cathedral, newly opened after fire, and Notre Dame de Paris Cathedral. And I saw the official information that the United States President-elect Donald Trump will have a meeting with French President Emmanuel Macron, and Ukraine's president will have, and I hope they will have a meeting, and they will have opportunity to discuss, because we must know that any negotiations with Russia Federation will demonstrate weakness Western bloc, and yes, and if they have any piece, small piece of Ukraine's territory, they will demonstrate that it's possible to do, and they will try to avoid punishment for it, and it will confirm weakness, and because of it, most important things, what will happen next, and because of it, they haven't confirmed that they had or not conversation after election campaign in United States, and it's crucial moment for United States, and it's crucial moment for European partners, because now we can see that the point of tensions are burning and are able to explode further.
Yeah, one of the things that I wanted to look at carefully, Trump is not too much a NATO ally, so to speak. He don't believe that NATO is paying its fair share, and he want them to do more, pay out evenly. And because of that, I'm beginning to wonder what the circumstances may look among the NATO nations in terms of strong support, if independently their support is going to be concrete enough to allow Zelensky or Ukraine to continually facilitate this war and win effectively. That's my concern. I don't know what's your outlook on that.
To be honest, Ukraine doesn't expect that Russia will stop their war just after just a ceasefire or peace negotiations or any agreement, because before we had security agreement which had to provide us security from Russia's side. Russia promised us not to offense and to respect our integrity and independence, and we can see that they are not able to fulfill their obligations, and they are easily breaking any agreements. And because of it, Ukraine's president is going to meet to discuss about the only security bloc in the world which is able to resist Russia and China. You know that that their union will strengthen China and will strengthen Russia, and we can see that this country, for example, Iran and North Korea, are united. And in this case, we would like to have membership in this NATO bloc, just to be part of European and United States partners. And nevertheless, all our partners have done much to strengthen Ukraine forces, and Ukraine forces must be ready to cooperate and to provide security in Europe. In this case, the only things that we need partnership in producing and providing military forces of Ukraine weapon which would allow us to stop Russia Federation and to defeat their army.
Was it recently mentioned that Ukraine would be granted permission into, or would be given membership into NATO recently?
Now, as far as I know, there are 7 members which are not ready to confirm membership for Ukraine. We can see that these countries are close to Russia Federation, and this country, being inside of NATO bloc, are working for Russia Federation, and they are building business relations with China, and they are going to have benefits in exchange of Ukraine security. For example, you can see that it's Hungarian President Orban who's in cooperation with Russia's power, and we can see that they are going to open European market electrical vehicles for China's industry, just to capture this market and to be beneficial of this. And we can see that there are Poland, which is interested in being partners with China and transporting goods to Poland through Russia Federation and China. And here are many challenges, and all these challenges must be discussed, because that country which are interested in their business advantages are not able to understand the meaning of security, and they can see, but they are not ready to do it.
Okay. Well, Vasil, we reached the end of our program. Thanks for all the updates and so forth, and the progress that that you're making there in Ukraine. We will look forward to be on the next show pretty soon. Until, take good care of yourself. And to all those who have been tuning in on Living in the 21st Century, have a great day.